FM production. Tonight's episode, The Monster.
Each of the special agents of the Federal Bureau of Investigation must be ready and capable to meet any challenge. The security of our nation or the life of a loved one may depend upon him.
Hoover was a man who had a slightly different version of democracy than the rest of us did.
The FBI under J. Edgar Hoover, as documents now make clear, I don't think there's any real debate about it anymore, used the FBI as an instrument almost as a political police force. Anyone who was off message became susceptible to an FBI probe.
They say sometimes that Mr. Hoover is controversial. Let me tell you something. Anybody who's strong, anybody who fights for what he believes in, anybody who stands up when it's tough is bound to be controversial.
Back in those days, the FBI would operate affirmatively. In other words, not just gather intelligence, but it perceived as its mission the disruption of the other side.
Anyone who was involved at that time in any movement that challenged the government in any way was aware of the extent to which the FBI tapped people's phones, engaged in widespread surveillance, engaged in harassment, framed people up, used the legal system.
Ours is a just cause. If we have faith in humanity, if we seek God's divine guidance, if we summon the courage of our forefathers, our heritage of freedom will be preserved.
Yeah, looking back, it was horrible what we did. We were being used by the government to stop dissent, just plain and simple.
And it was very serious. I mean, it reached as far as political assassination. Gestapo-style assassination of a leading black organizer in Chicago, Fred Hampton.
It was what Hoover liked. It was what Hoover wanted to hear, that agents were neutralizing these different organizations. So there wasn't a question of whether it was right or wrong, legal, ethical, immoral, or whatever, as long as it was effective.
America has no place for those timid souls who urge appeasement at any price, nor those who chant the better read than dead slogan. We need men and women with a capacity for moral indignation, men and women of faith, men and women of conviction, men and women with the God-given strength and determination to uphold the cause of democracy.